What is up, super fam and bro bingers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. I hope everybody is having a Vane-tastic day today, if I do say so myself, because myself do say so. I'm having a pretty solid day. Let me know how yours is going. On today's show, we are going to be continuing from Watcher to Reader Season 3. Join us as we embark on our 7-episode journey of The Wheel of Time, The Dragon Reborn, ahead of Prime Video's Season 3 release of the show that started it all for us here at Marvel Bros. Today is episode 4, and we will be covering chapters 37 through 47. I am so pumped to get into these chapters. Let me know what chapter was your favorite in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like on the stream because it helps out tremendously around these parts. You can also follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. Okay, we're going to be getting into it because it ain't nothing to it but to do it, chat. I am really excited. I'm pumped. I am on a little bit of a time crunch today, so we will be moving a little bit faster because I do got to be finished by, oh Lord, got to be finished by a certain time. Uh, I think I just got a delivery. Hold on, I got to check the door real quick. All day. All right, we're back and we're ready to get it going. I hope everybody is having a good one today for sure because man, I'm pumped. I am pumped to get into today's reading. I enjoyed these chapters so much. Really they I think they did a really good job with the reading that we have on this stage today. No Rand. I don't think we saw Rand one time in this section of the reading, which was actually kind of crazy. But before we get into it, if you guys don't know how we do things around these parts, let me just let you know. We do a little chat talk first and foremost. That's when I talk to chat. We just get a little bit of yapping in, see how your guys' week is going, what you got going for the rest of the week, how it's been so far. And then we get into our overall thoughts for the book, as well as getting into chapter by chapter reviews, and this time we will be doing it in the portions of threes and stuff like that. So, how's everybody doing? Talk to me and let me know what's happening. It is a Wednesday today, and I am super hyped for this Wednesday. I have a Valentine's Day dance at my kid's school later today, so that's why this episode is going to be kind of a speed run a little bit, not too much of a speed run. But, we're going to be trying to get through it a little bit more hastily because I do got that dance to go to a little bit later tonight. But, I'm excited to get it cracking nonetheless. Tomorrow is also no, not tomorrow. Friday is wait. No, tomorrow is Captain America Brave New World, and I'm hyped for that. And then Friday is Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys are have some special plans with y'all Valentines and all that good stuff. I hope y'all doing whatever you do and get it crickling and crackling, yo. Okay. Let's see. Boom. Yo, okay, so yeah, man. I'm excited to check out Invincible later today. We have Invincible season 3, episode 4 cracking off later today. That's gonna be awesome during our watch party. We also have, I know, the Wheel of Time new trailer dropped today, and we're gonna be checking that out in this episode. I actually purposefully didn't watch it today yet, so I could watch it right now with all of you guys for the first time. For me, I know all of you have watched it, but at least for me, the first time. And then I'll also be able to take that and put it out as its own trailer reaction and whatnot. And yeah, yo, we're gonna get it popping. We'll check that trailer out once we get into the overall thoughts portion. That'll take up some of the time there. And then, yeah, we'll just discuss that. I'll get into some of my overall thoughts of this section of the reading as well, which I really did enjoy. Let me know, what is your favorite chapter out of chapter 37 through 47. For me, I have to say chapter 39. I really enjoyed chapter 39. It was just it was a really good one, yo. And I'll talk about it more once we get into my overall thoughts, of course. But like I said, I'm going to see Captain America: Brave New World tomorrow. I'm actually really excited for that. I know a lot of the announcements and stuff that came out today, and some of those reviews didn't look too good, or however you want to say, but you know, I'm expecting it to be what I expected it to be, and I'm excited for what I want. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see Red Hulk and all those good things. I think it's gonna be fire. This Friday, like I said, it's Valentine's Day. Me and the wife are probably gonna go do something. I think we're we're gonna go get like massages or something like that, and then go eat a little food, get at a little nice place, and then maybe go do a little something stuff afterwards. So what y'all got planned up for this week? What y'all about to get crickling and crackling? Um, and yeah, man, yeah. Let me see how we're doing right now on everything. I think we're actually a little bit ahead of the curve, so we might as well just keep it cracking. Let me jump in the chat right now and see how you guys are doing, because I'll be talking back. Um, Yo, what's up with the KP? My guy said the season 3 trailer was amazing. I'll check it out right now, my guy. I can't decide what chapter I like most in this section. So much tension everywhere. I agree. There was a lot of tension throughout this section for sure. Like they did a really good job of keeping that tension high and really flashing everywhere back and forth. And again, no Rand. Um, Gun to the head, 39. Hey, I love 39. I love 39 KP, so I can definitely get with you there. I can definitely get with you there. Yo, what's up with the Thatch? KP Thatch, how you guys doing today, man? I hope you're having a good one. Mark, what's up with it? How you doing as well? How's everybody doing today? Chapters, red, hype, highs, food, cocktail, freshly mixed. Hey, I forgot the cocktail myself. I might need to grab a brewski or something like that. What's considered spoiler? Anything past chapter 47 in book 3. Anything past that. Trailer, yo, we're about to check that trailer out shortly. I haven't got to see it just yet, but I'm about to check it out, and then we'll also get that trailer reaction out there as well, because I'm hyped to see it. I'm hyped to see it. I know it's probably insane. Anything? Yeah. Facts. I don't know that I can pick a favorite for this one. Hey, I feel you there. I really liked chapter 39 though. And that chapter was long as hell. I don't know if that was the damn. I don't know if that was the longest chapter in this section, but it felt like it was, because it just was, you know what I mean? Like the next thing you knew, it was like, damn, wait, we're still in chapter 39. That's how I felt. I felt like chapter 39 was crazy. But again, amazing lore, amazing world building in this section. They did a really good job of everything for real. Uh, like, yeah, I really like it. I really like it. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. I really like it. My cocktail is a Rob Rye tonight. Oh, okay. Yo, what's up with this, Sharice? How you doing, girl? Hope you having a good day today. Happy Wheelie Wednesday to everybody out there. Happy Wheelie Wednesday. Yo, check this out. I jumped into the Dusty Wheel, right? I was like, yo, let me check out the Dusty Wheel. Let's see what's going on. As soon as I jumped in there, they were like, all right, let's watch the trailer again. I was like, adios. I gotta get out of here. Yo, that is just hilarious to me. I think it's so funny because I really be trying, but I mean, I understand when you got a book series this grand and it's been around for so long and you know so much about what's gonna happen. It's like, yeah, how do you not talk about everything that you know to come as well as what's going on right now? I feel it, and I love that. And even reading this section, it was yet another point of me being like, oh, they changed that in the book too, huh? Like, I mean, in the like they changed that for the show too. Oh, they changed that for the show. Like that happened a lot here in this section. I'm not mad at it, but it's just like, damn, to see how different everything transpires is wild. I'm kind of getting into my overall thoughts anyway, so I might as well go into my overall thoughts and review right now. Again, just to keep that ball rolling. Wow. Uh, here we go. Boom. All right, and then we will reset that, and here we go. All right, so let's get into my overall thoughts of the Wheel of Time. Okay, hold on. Let's get into my overall thoughts of this section of the Dragon Reborn, the Wheel of Time, book 3. This is for chapters 37 through 47. Just to start it off, wow. It's just a good word to use here. Wow. We have deepened the lore yet again by a very large margin, giving us new introductions not only to these other Dark One like beings or creatures that serve the Dark One, but also, giving us crazy lore all around the Aiel and giving us just a full context and a full breakdown of kind of who they are, their lore, what they believe in, and how they just transpire with the rest of the world. And already I love the Aiel. I love the Aiel in the show because you guys know this is from Watcher to Reader, right? So that means I came from watching the show first, and now I am reading the books. So going into reading the books after watching the show, it just felt so crazy to get this completely different side of the Aiel and to get, I guess, so much information from them as well. I think it's also very interesting because when I go back and think about it with the show, it's similar to how the book is, to where everything that's mentioned, every ounce of dialogue, all those offhanded discussions all go hand in hand to what's actually going on. Like, you really do need to pay a lot of attention and being able to, go thread by thread and really see what is between each of those threads within, not just the like I'm saying, not just within the show, but also within the book, and not just within the book, but also within the show. And again, I think that they did a really good job of just putting those things together for this section of the chapter, for this section of the reading. Excuse me. Especially when we get to, like I was saying already, but the Aiel, and then seeing how they are dealing with the Hunters 3, seeing how they're dealing with the ladies. You know what I mean? Like, the girls are awesome to be seen with them. Like, we didn't get this vibe. I don't know. It's just such a different vibe that I feel like we weren't able to just, not accomplish, but really see what's going on. And then to have all of them working together or just discussing things, period, and just seeing just a bunch of badass females standing around. Just some of them are straight up magic wielders, and then the other ones are just like battle ready, and then you got some dudes there too. It's like, I just love that, bro. I just love the discussion. I love the way that we are able to get the lore deepened through their discussion, and how there was some things that were a little repetitive in this section that I noticed, but I felt that it was worth being repetitive to allow us to realize that these other characters don't understand how the rest of the world works, for lack of better words, right? Like, we understand how this world works better than they do because we're able to see it from so many different perspectives. But for them, in a place like when we get to later in the chapter, one of the people at the end, I think she straight up says, like, it almost made me believe that snow was real, basically. But she says frozen water falling from the sky. And it's like, yo, did she just say that snow is fake? Like, did she just say that snow is fake news? Like, that's crazy, right? And it just lets you know how tight knit all of these different communities are, all these different cultures are, and how there's not a lot of bleeding over from what they're doing. And that's something that I also really appreciated that the Aiel even mentioned when they were talking about the lore of how things are going, right? When they say, um, We don't know if this is real, but we don't know if this is really the reason, but we betrayed whatever was going on, and that's why we got sent to the waste. You know what I mean? Because that because of all the shit that was going on here, and we didn't stand our ground with it, or we didn't back them up, and now we're over here doing this, right? So it's just like seeing that all go down in the ways that it has. I think there's a lot going on that we didn't even know that's happened yet. I feel like we're gonna get just so much lore in these. There's 14 books, so of course there's so much more that still needs to be filled in. But to be able to just sit here and kind of feel like, are they seeding something? You know what I mean? Like the foreshadowing on multifaceted levels here is just insane. Like they do there's short term foreshadowing, there's midterm foreshadowing, and then there's long term foreshadowing. And each of those things do something to continue the story going further to where you can start one thread with Perrin, and then you get the next piece of information that you need from Matt. You get the next piece of information that you need from Egwene, but those three still don't know what all the information is because they haven't spoke together. It's us as the reader that's able to put these things together, and it just works so well. I think I even praised that last week, but again, it just stood out to me when we're going from one character to the next. Again, not an ounce of rand, not an ounce of rand in this section, yo, crazy. I'm pretty sure the only time we saw Rand, it was in a dream. Like we haven't seen Rand at all in this section. Like he didn't get a little chapter of talking to himself and going crazy or nothing. Like, nope. Nah, bro, this ain't this these chapters ain't for you, you know? But again, I just really it really just is so impactful. I feel like I can make that more impactful because we're able to piece so many different aspects of the story together, and then we're watching the characters try to piece together the aspects of the story that we ourselves have already pieced together, and we're like, oh shit. And then even to get the realization sometimes be like, oh yeah, they don't know. Like they don't know that this is what's happening, right? They don't know that. And we also get some new wolf brother terms. Like I love hearing about the Shadow Brothers and just being introduced to those hounds in general. I don't know if for some reason I felt like we talked about it, but I can't remember if we talked about it as chat as something that is the thing, or if it's something that they spoke about within the actual book as like something that there could be, but we just didn't know for sure. And then even when they brought in those animals as not foreshadowing, but as like a new creature. With those creatures, they brought in another creature. Like they started talking about other stuff that was supposed to be myth, and it's like, yo, so is nothing myth? Is everything true? Like, yeah, it really makes you just want to write everything down as fast as possible, which is exactly the thing that I was doing, mind you. Moiraine in this section, I love Moiraine. I love me some Moiraine. Seeing her, I love seeing her a little bit flustered as well. It feels good to see her be out of whack and just not be able to not understand what's going on, and for her to be mad. And I just love it. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious to see her be flustered or be mad that other people are saying things. It's funny to see her not have control over the situation because you just know that she is the type of person that 100% needs control, right? Like she needs to have control over what's going on. So when Perrin is just like offhandedly mentioning Rand is the Dragon Reborn, or just just saying shit random, like she's like, bro, there's no way. Like, there's no way. Speaking of, I also really love Falcon. I love Falcon. Filey or Fili and Zareen. Her name is something like that, ain't it? I think it's something like that. Zarina. Uh, Something in that area of what her name is. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Oh, you know what I mean? I like her character, the way that she is with um Perrin, my boy Perrin. This is the one that had me like, uh, with Perrin, like not but it was like seeing the way Perrin acts around all like every female he's ever been around and all this stuff. It's like they really gave my guy a full blown wife in in the show. Like that, it just seems so weird compared to how his character is in the book. Like in my opinion, he's like kind of the last person you would expect to have a wife. You know, like I don't know. It seems like he's married to the craft of being a blacksmith. But not even in a like I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's just so weird. The more I read the book, the more I feel like I need to rewatch the show, which I will do. I should probably be rewatching the show instead of the Expanse, but the Expanse is just so good. um, yeah, but I love seeing her be all flustered. Lan talking his shit in this section was also really nice. I love the when him and Moiraine are kind of butting heads a little bit because it causes him to be a little spicier. Like everybody else is spicy to Moiraine all the time, but then he'll still be talking to them and be like, "Don't talk back to her." After he finishes talking back to her, it's nice. It's nice. We got a lot of callbacks. I said this last week, but again, I think that it was insane that we got to get kind of a refresh on all of our characters. Literally, we got a refresh on every single character, even down to getting that remembering that Nynaeve and Lan have that real connection, and she has that boy's necklace on his or his ring on her necklace. You know what I mean? Betweaks the breasts. You know what I'm saying? Like that is something that I think it's just nice that we brought that around because some people could have been like, "Yo, wait, is that the Ungryal ring? No, oh, wait, no, that's Lan's ring." Like, oh my god, like I think those moments just go so far in this book every time there is one of them where it's like a moment of realization, or you get that oh yeah moment, or it's a oh shit moment because you completely forgot. Either way, it's just capitalizes on you as a reader being a nerd and paying attention to detail. And if you don't pay attention to detail, I can see how you could be confused. But also, they take the time to spell it out in the future. Well, so far for all the things that we've been confused about in the past, they have taken the time to spell it out if you're really confused about it, because it'll be like we figure it out in some crazy way, then the character figures it out, and then the character tells someone else what they figured out. And each time we are able to piece a different form of information together, or we get all the information for the first time. It just works, man. And it doesn't it did feel a little repetitive with some things here in this section. I did realize it. When I was like, I feel like this thing has been said before, or whatever the case may be. And that, but again, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just that I think this is the first time I've made that realization. So those are my overall thoughts for this portion of the reading, you guys. I really loved it. You guys know I love me some Perrin, but Matt actually was Matt was my favorite character in this portion yet again. I like Matt and Perrin. Wow, wow, Matt and Perrin, bro. Like Matt and Perrin, chat. They're awesome. Matt was amazing. I love seeing Matt do his dastardly deeds and being so freaking just hard headed, but also so uh intuitive that he wants to take apart everything he gets his hands on. He's like, okay, here is this. Let me take it apart and hopefully I don't explode. And that's just it. And having Tom be there with him is such a good contrast. It's like it's a very good sweet and sour type of flavor going on with them because it's literally sweet and sour. And then the way that Tom continues to be surprised by the things that Matt does, the compassion that he chooses to lead with, and the empathy that he actually has. Even though the whole time he's trying to be like, I'm no hero, I don't care, I'm not gonna feed everybody that I see, I'm not gonna help anybody, and then all along the way he's feeding people and he's helping everyone that he can, and he's, you know what I mean? It's just really funny. It's really funny to see each one of these characters fight who they are so much, but the pattern just continues to weave them closer and closer to it. We also got, speaking of the pattern, but we also got the drop of the Aiel saying, the Aes Sedai, they be saying the wheel weaves as the will wills. And what is it that they say? There's like there's honor in death, or death is an honor, or something like that. Death comes to us all. That's what they say. Death comes to us all, and it's like, oh, baby, oh baby, and I love the way they say it, and I love how Nynaeve was absolutely furious every time they said it as well. Oh, bro, such a good time. Such a good time. Just a good book, man. Good book across the board. And I really appreciated this reading. And I hope that you guys did too. So let me know in the comment section down below, what are your overall thoughts for chapters 37 through 47 of The Wheel of Time, The Dragon Reborn? Man, needed some water. Your boy was getting a little cotton mouth over here. I got all my stuff here and ready to go. So we're about to get into the chapter by chapter review and discussion in just a moment. But before we do, you guys already know what we have to do, and that is check out this trailer for The Wheel of Time. Check out the official season 3 trailer for The Wheel of Time, coming to us from Prime Video, releasing next month in March. I am so excited to check this out. I have not seen it yet. I have been holding out for this very moment to see the trailer and see what we see, to see what it's going to be. You know what I mean? So with all that being said, oh, with all that being said, let's make sure that everything is ready here. You guys can actually see. Bam. Yeah. Let's check out the Wheel of Time Season 3 official trailer.
The world is changing. A tide sweeping us along against our control.
Oh!
We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Randall Thor, he will lose the last battle.
There's not enough air in the world to deal with this.
They won't just come for Red. They'll come for all of us.
We're going to the last place anyone would ever look for me.
You do not belong here.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival to think it might be you.
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
Do you love her?
What did you see in the rings?
In every future where I lived, Rand dies,
What the?
and the only way he lives
What in
is
the?
I don't.
Yo, she
We
was the
don't
Emerald.
win battles with politics and prophecies. We win with armies.
Get ready! Archers! Loose!
Make them believe in you, and they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
This is what I was born to do.
Oh shit! Oh my shit! Oh my, what? Oh, yo, I know I said this in the last trailer reaction I did for this, but bro, the budget has increased like by a very large, like this shit looks so much better. What? I don't even know if I'm gonna want to go back and watch the other seasons. Because this looks, it looks like it's another, this looks completely different. Yes, bro. Sign me all the way up, man. Sign me all the way up, yo. Yo. I'm not gonna lie, this is crazy. Like, holy. And I mean, I can definitely see why you guys say this shit is completely different from it, because I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, there's some moments, but like I don't know what the hell is going on. I mean, the way that they chose to introduce so many characters in the show versus how they were introduced in the book alone changes the dynamic of the story in so many ways. So I'm just really, really excited to see what they do with this season, bro, because holy. Like, bro, Moiraine is looking, yo, everything is looking fire right now. I am so here for this. Yo. And again, that definitely looks like the moment where Matt is gonna fight the brothers 2v1 and put the work on them. It looks like we're gonna probably have a couple of mid-scale battles in this season as well. And oh shit! Oh my god, that was so many. Yo, welcome to the Super Fam, Jen. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're having a good day today. Yo, that was so many. Oh, oh, oh shit. Oh my god, bro. Oh shit. It's about to go down. I don't know it's real. I literally don't know it's real. This is beautiful. I am so excited. It's too good. So they're going to make a battle out of the 12 leaving. Yes. Yes, I see bruh. I actually see what they're doing This actually is going to work so well. Wow. Wow. This is about to be crazy. Like they're going to, while they're not, I don't think they're going to use a lot of book 3, but they're also going to be using a lot of book 3. It's so weird how they're going to be utilizing the source material, but remixing it in a way as well. Like, this is so fantastic. Oh, this is just too good. I said this too in my trailer reaction, the first one, yo. This show is going to like become like the reverse of Game of Thrones, to where Game of Thrones started off so strong and then it just kind of slowly, unraveled. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, because there was a lack of source material once we got to the end of it. But with this, it's like at the beginning, it's going to be, it's definitely started off a little rockier. But as we continue and we get closer and closer to the actual, however many seasons they really want to do, I think they would probably want to do 8 seasons. Like, that's what I would think is just go from the jump, understanding that you're gonna try to do the thing that Game of Thrones did. So try to hit the same amount of seasons. Try to do the like similar things maybe. That's what I probably think that Prime wanted, just from a business standpoint, right? Which makes a lot of sense. And look at Rand. Oh my god. Oh, Joe. Oh my god. Oh, bruh. Hold on. Bro, look at bro. He looks so badass. Oh, bro. Yo, like yeah, this is crazy. I think they've done a really good job. And I've only read the first 3, like I haven't even read all of book 3, but just with what I know from those 3 books, I can see what they're trying to do. Like, I really can't wait to go back and watch this show now, because I feel like I'm going to understand it in a completely new light. I wanted to do the rewatch party here on the channel, but I just don't think there's enough time to possibly do that. Maybe. Maybe. I just realized something. Maybe. Ooh, I just realized something. Maybe. All right. But yeah, yo. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this one in the comment section down below, because I am liking it quite a bit. I'm gonna jump into chat for a few minutes here, see how you guys are doing before we get into the chapter by chapter review and discussion. Where's Matt Cawthon at chapter 47? Did you guys already answer him? What is Matt doing? Matt just dropped off the note to the Queen. Him and Tom are about to shake the spot. Tom. Yeah, Matt and Tom are about to shake the spot because they just got into it with like 4 or 5 people. Everybody's getting into it. Let's see. 47 is Matt and Tom getting ready to head to tier. Yeah, exactly. After delivering the letter to Morgaze, yeah, totally Sensei, that the split info makes the best dramatic irony. That and the unreliable narrator. Yeah, man, that shit is throwing me off, because really there's as many narrators as POVs as there are, right? So it's like, oh yeah, it shakes me up. I need to learn how to storytell in that manner right there. Book is called Dragon Reborn. Where are you at though? Where are you at though? Deadass though, where is he? Where is the Dragon Reborn? Where have you gone, Rand? I've read till book 7, too busy because of university, and stopped before the pandemic. Now your channel is helping me recap. The books are awesome. Yo, City, I agree. The books are amazing. I appreciate you being here with us. And we're gonna do the whole Wheel of Time series. Like, we're gonna do the whole series, and we're probably about to speed things up, because I was said it last week, yo, like, we could probably read more, and reading more. I don't know which is the giveaway. Do we stretch it out, because I know that gives more people time to come in. I know some people have been like reading the book and literally catch on while we're doing it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We're just gonna have to keep experimenting. Fail. 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 Zareen, yes, Zareen. Falcon. He called him Matt Sweet, and what if I am? What you gonna do about it? Life is a dream from which all must wake. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that trailer was fire. Death is lighter than a feather. Duty is heavier than a mountain. Ooh. Depending how much time he goes back to look at scenes, this could be 20 minutes. I think I'm trying to keep it to about 50. I'm trying to be very time conscious now, chat. I really am. I promise. I'm trying to be way more time conscious. Since they spent with me a few hours ago, still me, to be honest. Yo, like, it's insane how much they've really just leveled it up, raised the bar. Like, damn. The bar has been raised, and so has the level. You feel me? Like, they're really doing the damn thing. And it's surprising. Not gonna lie. They just casually dialed it up. Literally. They went up to that thing and was like, all right, let's get it. I don't know what the budget increased much, but they had so much time to prepare the right way, unhindered by COVID cast changes. It's on a whole new level. Literally, this is what you get when you get to see them firing on all cylinders. That's the best thing that I can say, is that this season is what it looks like when they are firing on all cylinders, yo. Because damn, bro, this looks good. This looks good. And it looks kind of horny. And if we know anything about the Wheel of Time, that shit is horny. Alana looks ready to fight. I agree. Ready for battle. Bursting at the seams with things I can't say because they're spoilers. You can do it. I hear the first 15 minutes is essentially the Black Aja battle leaving the tower, and that would be awesome because we didn't get to see that here. I am excited to see a ton of things that we didn't get to see. If I'm going to be completely honest, like, I am excited to see a ton of things that just kind of get glossed over or mentioned, because it looks like we're going to see a good amount of shit going down here, and that got me just tingling. You looks to be using the last loose threads from book 2, melding with book 3 details for certain characters, but still about 85% of book 4. Oh, okay. I actually am picking up exactly what you're putting down, because I feel that. I feel that vibe as well. I am absolutely shaking with hype for this. Yeah, exactly. Having their footing under them properly is a massive step up. And yes, it is. And the season is just going to continue to benefit from it. Like, everything is about to get crazy, yo. It's about to get crazy. Especially with all the shit that even just came up right now in these section alone. Like, it has me so excited for what the future can hold. All right, chat. Let's get into the chapter by chapter review and discussion. But before we do, I just want to remind y'all that we be doing things like this around here all the time. Okay, we do reactions, we do reviews, we do breakdowns. Book club is a new addition to what we've been doing. We are not only doing the Wheel of Time, but we also do Mistborn. We've read Mistborn book 1. We're gonna start on Mistborn book 2 once we finish the Wheel of Time book 3. And of course, we have those watch parties for the Wheel of Time coming out as well in March. So you guys are definitely going to want to hit that subscribe button. You're going to want to click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the news, all the reviews, all the things that we do around these parts. I'm going to go see Captain America Brave New World tomorrow. I'll be doing a stream for that, going live, yapping, talking, going through it, you know, all of the things. Like, we're going to be making it happen here. So I definitely hope you guys are ready and we'll be pulling up because, bro, I am so excited for everything that's going to be coming in the future. Not only is the Wheel of Time next month, but we also have Daredevil Born Again starting next month as well. So like we have we have just one hell of a lineup for what's going to be coming in the future of the show, yo. Like it's going to be insane. Honestly, it's just going to be so crazy. So I hope you guys are ready for it. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. All those good things, because we're always going to keep you guys up to date with all of it, man. We're also doing your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man watch party right now. We're going to be continuing that next week. It's going to be the season finale for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's going to be crazy. Later today, we're actually going to be checking out Invincible season 3, episode 4. That's also going to be a freaking banger because Invincible has been so good. I know that they're going to be doing a great job with it tonight. And it just really has me hyped for whatever the hell is going to be in store for us with that show as well. So we got Invincible, we got our From Watcher to Reader series, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, then we got the Wheel of Time coming out next month, not to mention all the movies and other shows that'll be popping up, our trailer reactions, reviews, breakdowns for different nerdy things that we do around here as well. Like, man, this is just going to be the one-stop shop for all things nerdy, baby. So, you know, definitely subscribe to Marvel Bros for all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And then we'll be right back to get into our chapter-by-chapter review and discussion right after this. All right, ain't nothing to it but to do it. So chat, let's go ahead and get into it. This is time to get into our chapter by chapter review and discussion, starting with the portions of chapter 37 through 39, if I am not mistaken. I just want to make sure that I am right about that. Yeah, chapter 37 through chapter 39, yo. I am excited to get into it. I hope you guys are excited to get into it. So let's start it off nice and easy because I know you guys are ready to as well. So let me know all of your thoughts, all your theories and opinions that you may have had when you was reading chapter 37. Go ahead and drop those in the comment section down below as we jump right into it. Oh, so let's get into. All right, it's time for
Chapter 37. Fires in Kyrian.
oh baby, this is just too good. All right, let's see. Let's get those notes cracking. All right, so we start off with Egwene's POV, which is obviously something that I was hoping that we kind of started seeing some stuff from Egwene's eyes and whatnot, just because there's been so much stuff that's been happening with her character, and we've honestly been able to establish how much that PSD has really messed her up because of the things that she went through with the Shan and all that other stuff, right? She is act first, think later. She is not with any of the tomfoolery or the messing around. Like that's not what she's there to do. She's there to make some she's there to make some shit happen. And she makes some shit happen multiple times. And she also gets very nervous and almost, messes up some things just because she doesn't know what the right response is, because all she knows is that she ain't going back, for lack of better words. That's all she really understands, and it is something that's very sad to see her character go through, or to see her character get to that point. But it's also not good, but it's also nice to see that type of character development with her character, to see her character actually change from the just horrific things that she's really been through, because she has been through some horrific things indeed. And bro, like I said, I really like everything that they do within, here we go, within this book. It just works for me so well. Here we go. They're on the boat. Oh, something else I realized is the word plume. I don't know why, but I just like that word a lot. I just like the word plume. I know that, RDJ uses it. RDJ. Robert Robert Jordan uses it a lot. And when I read it this time, I was like, plume, a plume of smoke. I just really like it, yo. I just like it. One of the questions that I had also going into this, because everyone just automatically assumed that they were Aes Sedai, is, do normies know the Aes Sedai hierarchy? Meaning, like, do they know that there's accepted, so they could have rings, but they're also not technically Aes Sedai? Like, do they know the actual hierarchy, or is it just anybody with a ring is automatically an Aes Sedai for them, because they ain't gonna question it otherwise, because that might end up bad for them? I can see that being a thing too. It's like, hey, you just nod and wave, bro. You just nod and wave, smile and wave. Because there's definitely a lot going on. There was a dude named Chin, which I thought was kind of funny. RJ does such a good job of reminding us through characters what they're doing and what their stakes are, and just who they are as a person. Whether it be just a look in the mirror here, or a thought about another character there. It's just a really good way to continuously ground us with what's actually happening within the story. So that's something that I like. I like it a lot, to be completely honest with you. Captain Elisor, I think Captain Elisor is bro, was like, he did everything he could, right? I mean, At some point, when you go up against Nynaeve, you're gonna lose every time. Actually, you're gonna lose 9 times out of 10. I was rolling when they were like, "Yo, I hope Matt isn't flashing that note around." I wrote immediately, "Matt is indeed flashing that note around. Like he has been flashing the note around." You guys did not tell him to not do that. You were told not to do it, but you never told him not to flash that thing around. And boy, was he flashing that note around left and right. And I just really that really had me rolling. I'm not gonna lie. Just reading that, especially after last week when I was like, bro, I don't think Matt should be flashing this note around like this.
Herself, right then.
Oh.
One she could trust. Brushing her pouch with her fingers, she could barely feel the twisted stone ring of the Ter Angreal inside. She had tried it every night but 2 since leaving Tarvalon, and it had not worked the same way twice. Oh, she always found herself in Teller and Riode, but the only thing she saw that might have been any use was the heart of the stone again, each time without Sylvie to tell her things. There was certainly nothing about the Black Aja. Her own dreams, without the Ter Angreal, had been filled with images that seemed almost like glimpses of the unseen world. Rand holding a sword that blazed like the sun, till she could hardly see that it was a sword, could hardly make out that it was him at all. Rand threatened in a dozen ways, none of them the least bit real. In one dream he had been on a huge stones board, the black and white stones as big as boulders, and him dodging the monstrous hands that moved them and seemed to try to crush him under them. It could have meant something. It very probably did. But beyond the fact that Rand was in danger from someone or 2 someones, she thought that much was clear. Beyond that, she simply did not know. I cannot help him now. I have my own duty. I don't even know where he is, except that it is probably 500 leagues from here. She had dreamed of Perrin with a wolf, and with a falcon, and a hawk, and the falcon and the hawk fighting, of Perrin running from someone deadly, and Perrin stepping willingly over the edge of a towering cliff while saying, "It must be done. I must learn to fly before I reach the bottom." There had been one dream of an Aiel, and she thought that had to do with Perrin too, but she was not sure. And a dream of Min, springing a steel trap, but somehow walking through it without so much as seeing it. There had been dreams of Matt, too. Of Matt with dice spinning round him. She felt she knew where that one came from. Of Matt being followed by a man who was not there. She still did not understand that. There was a man following, or maybe more than one, but in some way there was no one there. Of Matt riding desperately towards something unseen in the distance that he had to reach, and Matt with a woman who seemed to be tossing fireworks about. An illuminator, she assumed, but that made no more sense than anything else. She had had so many dreams that she was beginning to doubt them all. Maybe it had to do with using the Ter Angreal so often, or maybe with just carrying it. Maybe she was finally learning what a dreamer did. Frantic dreams, hectic dreams. Men and women breaking out of a cage, then putting on crowns, a woman playing with puppets, and another dream where the strings on puppets led to the hands of larger puppets, and their strings led to still greater puppets, on and on until the last strings vanished into unimaginable heights. Kings dying, queens weeping, battles raging, white cloaks ravaging the 2 rivers. She had even dreamed of the Shawnshan again, more than once. Those she shut away in a dark corner. She would not let herself think of them. Her mother and father, every night. She was certain what that meant, at least, or thought she was. It means I'm off hunting the Black Aja, and I do not know what my dreams mean or how to make the full Ter Angreal do what it should. And I'm frightened and homesick. For an instant she thought how good it would be to have her mother send her up to bed, knowing everything would be better in the morning. Only Mother can't solve my problems for me anymore. And Father can't promise to chase away monsters and make me believe it. I have to do it myself now.
Bruh. I have to do it myself now. Holy moly. Well. Beautiful chapter, bro. This was a beautiful chapter. Lovely way to start it off. I just really like it. A little later. Oh, they also talk about how Elaine and Egwene always get into it about whether they're Andoran or not. which I think is really nice, like really funny. They're like, yo, on the map it says you're Andorran. And she's like, I don't give a damn what your map say. um, a gray man. Um, okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. um, yeah, solid chapter for sure. Um, I love how well the characters know each other, as like they just know what each other are doing even when they're not connected. And when Elaine speaks for Egwene, like I don't know, something about it just threw me off. It rubbed me the wrong way. She said something for her, and I was just, I don't know. It was the first time that I looked at her a little sideways. You know, I was like, I don't know. I don't think I like that. Interesting. You know what I mean? uh, um. Oh, and then it was also crazy to see how Nynaeve is like kind of taking after the Amerlin seat a little bit. Like she's become more and more like Swan. Like even the way she talks, the way she holds herself, the way she kind of starts thinking before she speaks, when she pops off and catches herself, like she's becoming more and more of an Aes Sedai as the day goes. And you can actually see Egwene actively think, what would an Aes Sedai do? And I think that's what all of the women are thinking in their own way. And then also trying not to lose themselves within that, though. You know? W chapter. um also okay. So yeah. So that's that. Now let's get into
Chapter 38. Maidens of the Spear.
bruh, Maidens of the Spear. God damn. They really was Maidens of the Spear, and they was spear maiden, and let me tell you. Now, while chapter 39 is personally my favorite chapter, I think chapter 38 did a good job of setting the table and letting us know what we're in for. right? Letting us know off rip Egwene is with that action and she's ready to do whatever she got to do, not just to protect her, but also to protect her girls. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. I love that. We also get introduced to the term wise ones here, which are basically the Aiel version of Aes Sedai. Avienda also gets introduced here, which is awesome. I believe in the show we meet Avienda with a parent, right? Which is wild. Just again showing you how differently that they have put the show together versus how the book is actually put together. It's really wild. It is really wild indeed. I was also rolling. I'm not gonna lie. I was also rolling when when Elaine was just like, "I am Elaine of House Traken, daughter heir to Morghese, Queen of Andor." I have so many reasons to be like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you saying that?" They're Aiel, one, and the last time y'all was talking with Aiel, y'all was beefing. So why are you doing that? Two, y'all have escaped from the White Tower for the second time and are on a secret mission. Why are you telling anybody who you are? And people are looking for you. Like, none of that adds up for me, you know? It's like they just none of them learn. Not a one of them. Parent also has a slip up too later on. It's like they're all just dumb kids, you know? To be fair, they're my age, but you know, they're all just dumb kids. Those those young whippersnappers, you know? I also love that the book is just so much better than the show. The book is just so much better than the show. It's honestly wild. It's honestly insane. We also hear about the first sisters and the second sister thing, which I think is awesome, and I like that a lot more than like, well, who knows? I think it just sounds dope. Uh, it is kind of wild that the cousins are sleeping with the same dude. You know, that's what I wrote down in my notes too. Is like, why are there so many threesomes being teased everywhere? Like, what? What's up with that? Like, this shit is always like a little undertone of horniness. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think my yeah, RJ super horny was actually my note, but that came later. I don't know what I said that to, but yeah. Um, Aiel lore was all through the bitch as well, all through this right here. It was crazy. Um, I like how they say, wait, right here. She says, mm, she's like, Egwene said faintly, glanced at Elaine, saw the bewilderment in her eyes. She knew must be in her own, not red Aja, green maybe, a cross between warders and green Aja, and I do not understand another thing of that. Just really nice the way that they put into scope what they know, and then that's how they explain the thing that they're looking at, and then as us as the audience, we know it because of that as well. It was interesting that they knew of Bellfire, and they did like it was interesting the Aiel knew of Bellfire, but the Aes Sedai, quote unquote, didn't know of Bellfire. Like, and then she also just had that dream about Bellfire. It's like, bro, what? You know, like I said, the short term foreshadowing is wild, yo. Like you'll literally get something introduced in a chapter, and then in the next chapter, it's just fully explained to you. Like that shit is crazy, or at least hinted to you more. Um, so the Aiel need Nynaeve to heal Dalen and help her out. So, they're there, they're doing their own thing. Again, I put Aiel lore freaking rocks because there was just so many stories and so many things that just they were all talking about. Even through their dream. You know? What in the what? Oh, there we go. um Wild. Freaking dorks, bro. Um yeah. I think that was like the gist of that one. And then, oh baby, chapter 39, man. Oh, it is just too good. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure she just healed her. Oh, it was crazy when Nynaeve healed Dalen, and then Egwene was touching Dalen, and she also got healed because of what Nynaeve did. Like, that was crazy. I wasn't ready for that chain reaction. And that also let me be like, oh, wait. Is that why they do the thing that they do in the show? When, Nynaeve resurrects like a whole room of people just to show how strong she is right off the bat without, seeding it to us like with event after event after event of her being strong or whatever. Yeah, and then I think that's is how we end chapter 38 with Nynaeve saving Daylin. And then that takes us right into
Chapter 39. Threads in the Pattern.
Threads in the Pattern. Y'all know how I feel about these chapter names, bro. They're amazing. Of course, Aiel lore continues to rock freaking socks. This is where we get more lore, just 100% we get more lore about Aiel, who they are, what they be doing, and how they kind of interact with things and each other. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, I love that they call dark friends shadow runners. Let's actually just go ahead Let's actually just go ahead and get that part cracking right there. Okay, here we
To
go.
ask one. You must understand that we look for omens and signs. Why do three Aes Sedai walk a land where the only hand without a knife in it is a hand too weak with hunger to grasp the hilt? Where do you go? Tyr, Nynaeve said briskly, unless we stay here talking until the heart of the stone crumbles to dust. Elaine began adjusting the cord of her bundle and the strap of her scrip for walking, and after a moment, Egwene did the same. The Aiel women were looking at one another, Jolyon frozen in the act of closing Dalin's grey-brown coat. Tyr, Aviendha said in a cautious tone. 3 Aes Sedai walking through a troubled land on their way to Tyr. This is a strange thing. Why do you go to Tyr, Aes Sedai? Egwene glanced at Nynaeve. Light, a moment ago they were laughing, and now they're as tense as they ever were. We hunt some evil women, Nynaeve said carefully. Dark friends. Shadow runners. Jolyon twisted her mouth around the word as if she had bitten into a rotten apple. Shadow runners in Tyr, Bane said, and as if part of the same sentence, Chiad added, and 3 Aes Sedai seeking the heart of the stone. I did not say we were going to the heart of the stone, Nynaeve said sharply. I merely said I did not want to stay here till it falls to dust. Egwene? Elaine, are you ready? She started out of the thicket without waiting for an answer, walking staff thumping the ground and long strides carrying her south. Egwene and Elaine made hasty goodbyes before following after her. The 4 Aiel on their feet stood watching them go. When the 2 of them were a little way beyond the trees, Egwene said, My heart almost stopped when you named yourself. Weren't you afraid they might try to kill you or to take you prisoner? The Aiel War was not that long ago, and whatever they said about not harming women who don't carry spears, they looked ready enough to use those spears on anything to me. Elaine shook her head ruefully. I have just learned how much I do not know about the Aiel, but I was taught that they do not think of the Aiel War as a war at all. From the way they behave toward me, I think maybe that much of what I learned is truth. Or maybe it was because they think I am Aes Sedai. I know they are strange, Elaine, but no one can call 3 years of battles anything but a war. I do not care how much they fight among themselves. A war is a war. Not to them. Thousands of Aiel crossed the spine of the world, but apparently they saw themselves more like thief-takers or headsmen, come after King Laemon of Cairhien for the crime of cutting down Avendor Aldera. To the Aiel, it was not a war. It was an execution. Avendor Aldera, according to one of Verin's lectures, had been an offshoot of the Tree of Life itself, brought to Cairhien some 500 years ago as an unprecedented offer of peace from the Aiel, given along with the right to cross the waste, a right otherwise given to none but peddlers, gleemen, and the Tuatha'an. Much of Cairhien's wealth had been built on the trade in ivory and perfumes and spices, and most of all silk from the lands beyond the waste. Not even Verin had any idea of how the Aiel had come by a sapling of Avendosora. For one thing, the old books were clear that it made no seed. For another, no one knew where the Tree of Life was, except for a few stories that were clearly wrong. But surely the Tree of Life could have nothing to do with the Aiel, or of why the Aiel had called the Cairhienan the water-sharers, or insisted their trains of merchant wagons fly a banner bearing the trefoil leaf of Avendosora. Egwene supposed, grudgingly, that she could understand why they had started a war, even if they did not think it was one, after King Laemon cut down their gift to make a throne unlike any other in the world. Laemon's sin, she had heard it called. According to Verin, not only had Cairhien's trade across the waste ended with the war, but those Cairhienan who ventured into the waste now vanished. Verin claimed they were said to be sold as animals in the lands beyond the waste, but not even she understood how a man or a woman could be sold.
Bruh, this rocks. That's all I can keep saying is this freaking rocks. We also hear them, again, drop the beautiful, beautiful Death Comes to Us All, yo. It's just, it works, man. It works as like a battle call or just a regular ass saying, period. You know, like I just loved it. I love everything that we got to experience going through this portion of the reading, man. It just hit home.
The swing inland did not add much distance to what they had to cover. None of the growths were very big. Elaine watched the trees, though, and she was the one who suddenly screamed, "Look out!" Egwene jerked her head around. Men were stepping out from among the trees, slings whirling round their heads. She reached for Saidar, and something struck her head. And darkness drank everything.
Brother,
Egwene could feel
I
herself.
still don't understand what they did this for. You know what I mean? Like I still confused about it. But hey, they got straight up kidnapped. They got kidnapped, yo. That shit was crazy. I didn't expect them to get kidnapped at all. I mean, I already didn't expect them to meet Aiel. So for them to walk away from Aiel and like in the next 20 paces get straight attacked, it had me like, bruh. I was like, oh no. You know what I mean? I was like, oh no, this is brutal, man. This is absolutely heartbreaking.
Of a whirlpool. Cold was Nynaeve.
But hey, even though they was caught, they wasn't going out. Nynaeve for sure wasn't going out. We already know Nynaeve ain't going out, bruh. We know Nynaeve. We know Egwene ain't going out. That's really what I meant to say. Nynaeve ain't going out either, but we know Egwene is about to pop off quick, fast, and in a hurry, and that is exactly what she does. That's what they all do, shit. They all wake up. They all wake up and assemble. Yeah, I agree. I really like this whole kidnapping sequence as well. It is really cool. They did a good job with it. I'm not gonna lie. Like they get kidnapped, they get knocked out, they wake up. The whole thing with the allowing it to be wrapped in with Nynaeve and her lore as being a wisdom before, and her knowing about what the root does and just being able to taste it and being like, yo, they don't even know what they just did. They just helped us out. Like I like that. It's really put together well.
Had woven to heal the Aiel woman, but
There
she
we
could
go.
recall no more than every third thread. You have to.
There we go.
Nynaeve was still crouched. We wake Elaine. We'll give them a thanking they won't forget. She rose, only to crouch beside the golden-haired woman. I think I saw more than 100 of them
It
outside.
started
when we
going
brought us
down.
in. Egwene whispered to Nynaeve's back. I am sure you won't mind if I use the power as a weapon this time. And someone is apparently coming to buy us. I mean to do something to that fellow that will make him walk in the light till the day he dies. Nynaeve was still crouched over Elaine, but neither of them was moving. What is the matter? She is badly hurt, Egwene. I think her skull is broken. And she is barely breathing. Egwene, she is dying, as surely as Daelin was. Can't you do something? Egwene tried to remember all the flows Nynaeve had woven to heal the Aiel woman, but she could recall no more than every third thread. You have to. They took my herbs, Nynaeve muttered fiercely, her voice trembling. I can't. Not without the herbs. Egwene was shocked to realize Nynaeve was on the point of tears. Burn them all. I can't do it without... Suddenly, she seized Elaine's shoulders as if she meant to lift the unconscious woman and shake her. Burn you, girl, she rasped. I did not bring you all this way to die. I should have left you scrubbing pots. I should have tied you up in a sack for Matt to carry to your mother. I will not let you die on me. Do you hear me? I won't allow it. Saidar suddenly shone around her, and Elaine's eyes and mouth opened wide together. Egwene got her hands over Elaine's mouth just in time to muffle any sound, she thought, but as she touched her, the eddies of Nynaeve's healing caught her like a straw on the edge of a whirlpool. Cold froze her to the bone, meeting heat that seared outwards as if it meant to crisp her flesh. The world vanished in a sensation of rushing, falling, flying, spinning. When it finally ended, she was breathing hard and staring down at Elaine, who stared back over the hands she still had pressed over her mouth. The last of Egwene's headache was gone. Even the backwash of what Nynaeve had done had apparently been enough for that. The murmur of voices from the other room was no louder. If Elaine had made any noise, or if she had, Adden and the others had not noticed.
Bruh. Holy. It's going down.
Hanging unnaturally still, they stood by the table, and every man but Adden had moved as far from them as he could, till they all had their backs against the walls and their eyes on the dirt floor.
They got
Across the
fades up
table
in
from the
here.
Murdral, Adden faced those eyeless stares, but sweat made runnels in the dirt on his face. The Fade picked up a ring from the table. Egwene saw now that it was a much heavier circle of gold than the great serpent rings. Face
Uh-oh.
pressed against the crack between two logs, Nynaeve gasped softly and fumbled at the neck of her dress. 3 Aes Sedai, the half-man hissed, its amusement sounding like dead things powdering to dust. And 1 carried this. The ring made a heavy thud as the Murdral tossed it back on the table. They are the ones I seek, another of them rasped. You will be well rewarded, human. We must take them by surprise, Nynaeve said softly. What kind of lock holds this door? Egwene could just see the lock on the outside of the door, an iron thing on a chain heavy enough to hold an enraged bull, nodded his head. The third Murdral turned to stare at the door to the room where Egwene and the others crouched. The chain fell to the floor. The Murdral staring at it snarled, and the outer door swung open, black-veiled death flowing in from the night. The room erupted in screams and shouts as men clawed for their swords to fight stabbing Aiel's spears. The Murdral drew blades blacker than their garb and fought for their lives too. Egwene had once seen 6 cats all fighting each other. This was that 100-fold, and yet in seconds, silence reigned, or almost silence. Every human, not wearing a black veil, lay dead, with a spear through him. 1 pinned Adden to the wall. 2 Aiel lay still as well, amid the jumble of overturned furniture and dead. The 3 Murdral stood back to back in the centre of the room, black swords in their hands. 1 was clutching his side as if wounded, though he gave no other sign of it. Another had a long gash down its pale face. It did not bleed. Around them circled the 5 veiled Aiel still alive, crouching. From outside came screams and clashes of metal that said more Aiel still fought in the night, but in the room was a softer sound. As they circled, the Aiel drummed their spears against their small hide bucklers. Thrum, 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 thrum. Thrum, 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 thrum. Thrum, 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 thrum. The Murdral turned with them, and their eyeless faces seemed uncertain, uneasy that the fear their gaze struck into every human heart did not seem to touch these. "Dance with me, Shadow Man," one of the Aiel called suddenly, tauntingly. He sounded like a young man. "Dance with me, eyeless." That was a woman. "Dance with me. Dance with me." "I think," Nynaeve said, straightening, "that it is time." She threw open the door, and the 3 women, wrapped in the glow of Saidar, stepped out. It seemed as though, for the Murdral, the Aiel had ceased to exist, and for the Aiel, the Murdral. The Aiel stared at Egwene and the others above their veils as if not quite sure what they were seeing. She heard one of the women gasp loudly. The Murdral's eyeless stare was different. Egwene could almost feel
Dance
the
party.
half-men's knowledge of their own deaths in it. Half-men knew women embracing the true source when they saw them. She was sure she could feel a desire for her death, too, if theirs could buy hers, and an even stronger desire to strip the soul out of her flesh and make both playthings for the shadow. A desire to... She had just stepped into the room, yet it seemed she had been meeting that stare for hours. "I'll take no more of this," she growled, and unleashed a flow of fire. Flames burst out of all 3 Murdral, sprouting in every direction, and they shrieked like splintered bones jamming a meat grinder. Yet she had forgotten she was not alone, that Elaine and Nynaeve were with her. Even as the flames consumed the half-men, the very air seemed suddenly to push them together in mid-air, crushing them into a ball of fire and blackness that grew smaller and smaller. Their screams dug at Egwene's spine, and something shot out from Nynaeve's hands, a thin bar of white light that made noonday sun seem dark. A bar of fire that made molten metal seem cold, connecting her hands to the Murdral. And they ceased to exist, as if they had never been. Nynaeve gave a startled jump, and the glow around her vanished.
Yo. Nynaeve with the balefire. She don't even know what it is. She heard about that shit and got the upgrade.
As if meeting an Aiel who did not seem anxious to die had leached the tension out of her. I should thank you, she said. And I do. I will admit I am surprised to see you, though. Avienda, did you expect to find us here? How? I followed you. The Aiel woman seemed unembarrassed. To see what you would do. I saw the men take you, but I was too far back to help. I was sure you must see me if I came too close, so I stayed 100 paces behind. By the time I saw you could not help yourselves, it was too late to try alone. I am sure you did what you could, Egwene said faintly. She was just 100 paces behind us? Like the brigands never saw anything. Avienda took her words as urging to tell more. I knew where Cora must be, and he knew where Dial and Luain were, and they knew... She paused, frowning at the older man. I did not expect to find any clan chief, much less my own, among those who came.
They
Who
got a
leads
damn
the
Aiel
Ta'ad
clan
Aiel?
chief out
Ruach,
here
with you here?
chilling.
Ruach shrugged as if it were of no account. The Sept chiefs will take their turns and try to decide if they truly wish to go to Ruidian when I die. I would not have come, except that Amis and Bear and Molayne and Sienna stalked me like ridge cats after a wild goat. The dream said I must go. They asked if I truly wanted to die old and fat in a bed.
I guess the answer was no, Chief.
I set no paths for you, Nynaeve said sharply. All I want is to continue my journey. These men had horses. We will take 3 of them and be on our way. In the night, Aes Sedai, Ruach said. Is your journey so urgent that you would travel these dangerous lands in the dark? Nynaeve struggled visibly before saying, No. In a firmer tone, she added, But I mean to leave with the sunrise. The Aiel carried the dead outside the palisade, but neither Egwene nor her companions wanted to use the filthy bed Adden had slept in. They picked up their rings and slept under the sky in their cloaks and the blankets the Aiel gave them. When dawn pearled the sky to the east, the Aiel produced a breakfast of tough, dried meat. Egwene hesitated over that until Avienda told her it was goat. Flatbread that was almost as difficult to chew as the stringy meat, and a blue-veined white cheese that had a tart taste and was hard enough to make Elaine murmur that the Aiel must practice by chewing rocks.
Yo, like, man, beautiful chapter. Literally my favorite chapter. It was so long and it was just filled with lore, enriching world building that just continues to move the whole story forward in a very progressive way. And I am super excited about what's going to happen next in this story, yo, because god damn did they do a good job with it. Like, such a good job, I can't even begin to explain. Like, I love it. Oh, baby, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Um. All right, so that is our first portion of the reading tonight, chapters 37 through 39. I wanted to spend a little more time on 39 because I really, really like that chapter, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys really like that chapter too. Not gonna lie though, time is running away. So we might only be able to do the first half tonight. So we'll probably just do 40 through 42 as well. And then next week we'll probably have to wrap in everything or something like that and do like an ultra long one because like I don't know if y'all were here at the top of it, but I got a Valentine's Day dance at my kid's school today as well. So might not be able to get everything done, but I'm going to get through as much as possible. And then we can always pin the rest of it onto the next episode. If we don't get through it all, even if I might just read cliff notes here and there, and we can just kind of not talk about everything. But again, we'll figure it out. We'll freestyle. Yeah. Sorry, sorry, not sorry to be honest, because I love my kids. You feel? So not sorry, but. Sorry that we got to cut it short. Not sorry why we got to cut it short. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, yo, okay, chat. So that's those chapters. I really liked them. Poor Elaine and her concussions. Damn, I didn't even think about that. I guess it's a good point. This goes well with the trailer, seeing different versions of people. Hell yeah, so true. I love how the show also did that. Uh, yeah. Suck. What? I don't know what that says at all. Oh my god, what did I just do? I actually have no idea what I did just now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Elaine does understand a little bit about the Aiel culture, but I mean, being a Richie, you should expect it. Lots of CTE getting tossed around in these books. Oh, good truth. That's another good point. Selamin Aliakam. Whoa. Nynaeve is the Hulk, but like for healing. Yeah, dance. You can dance if you wanna. You can wanna dance. Raise the chauffeur. Putting on my dancing shoes. Literally just so angry. Yeah, for real. She just made them cease to exist, which is insane. So mad she blinked them out of existence. How wild is that? Like, that is insane in the membrane. Who'd have thought? For real. Like, that's wild. All right, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I gotta cut it early, like right now. I'm looking at the time. I don't wanna go over. And I don't want to have to cut it in the middle of a section. So sorry, we only got to do half of the show basically today, but we did do the trailer reaction, which I think should count for something, right? I think checking out that trailer reaction was dope. I want to do a stream just for the trailer reaction. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe even tomorrow I'll do a part 2 of this so we can finish it up. Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll do a part 2 for this before the next episode so we can really keep it going. So that's my bad. I gotta figure out the best way. I don't want to cut out listening to the book because I feel like that is such a dope part of what we do around here, but it takes a lot of time to listen to certain sections. So I just gotta figure out a good way to get the flow going so we can keep it moving and we can like put in like 2 hours or 2 hours and 2 hours at the most each one of these and kind of get the entire thing done. Um, but I'll have my actual trailer reaction up on the channel. That's my bad that we ran out of time today. Yeah, that's my bad that we ran out of time today. But yeah, I'm out. I'm going to my kids' Valentine's Day dance at their school. My daughter, I know my daughter's gonna be excited about that. Wild that they're having it on a Wednesday and not on the Friday when Valentine's Day actually is. I just didn't expect that at all. You know what I mean? Uh, so yeah, exactly. That's why, and Thatcher, exactly what you're saying is why I want to cut it short because I don't want to rush through the match chat. I don't want to rush through any of these chapters. I want to take my time. That's one of the best things that I love about what we do here at Book Club is we take our time and we really talk about stuff and we really analyze it. That's why. So I definitely don't want to like just try to get through the chapters just to get through them. Like, no, I really want to be able to allow more time to happen. And like I said, that might even mean doing just a trailer watch for just the Wheel of Time and only doing a trailer watch stream for that and then doing part 2 of this. Like I said, I want to do more Wheel of Time content, period. So it's a good excuse to get into that as well. So yeah, we're gonna get it cracking. So again, that's my bad, you guys, for not covering everything. But the reason I'm not covering everything today is because I want to cover everything. You know what I mean? Like I really do. So yeah, a little momentary setback for a larger impact in the future. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, man, you guys are awesome. I really do love these chapters. I love that we got to even talk about chapter 39. And like we really got to go through that chapter and go through all the chapters that we got to go through. I love the Aiel lore. I love how the Aiel like are all really like looking for Rand. One, I also love how they're all just so their lore behind them is dope, especially because when you think about it, they're like, no, none of them have children, but they do have children though, because each of them want to give birth to the Dragon Reborn. So they give birth for that reason, for sure, for sure. Like I love the lore around it. Like they're like, oh, nah, they're some of them do it for a dude too. Don't get me wrong, and some of them also do it just to have a baby, I guess. Which is something that I just don't understand at all. Like, I love the way that the Aiels were talking about everything. Like, I just don't get that. You know, I love that, bruh. And then the OG Aiel that we meet later, I think his name was Rokern? Ruark. What the hell name did I just make up, yo? Ruark. I really like Ruark. I hope we get to see more of them. I hope we get to see more of all the Aiel in the future, especially after they're like just leisurely galloping on the side of the of the Hunters 3. They're just like jogging as the horses are galloping on the side of them. Oh, and we got a new horse that entered the chat. Shout out to Mist. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mist for sure. I knew Nynaeve wasn't going out this book without slapping at least 3 people, and I think we're down 2 so far. So we just got one more person to get slapped, and then that's my Nynaeve bingo. You know what I mean? Because Nynaeve has been on demon time for sure. It's like he cold as fuck outside for sure, for sure. So, yeah, I'm pumped. I'm excited to continue going through this book, man. Like, I'm really excited to get more Aiel lore, for lack of better words, man. Like, even though we got a shit ton about the Aiel understood right now, like, I can't wait to find out even more and to see how they link that into Rand. It seems like they're doing a lot of Aiel stuff this season of Wheel of Time as well. Like I think they showed the dude coming through. I think it was Rand's dad or somebody coming through after the fact and finding Rand's mom dead on the mountainside. Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like all of that is just working for me, you know, like all of that worked for me in such a good way. And I think that they really, really tackled it like solidly. I think they did a really good job of putting all of those different aspects together for the Aiel, and to be able to weave those aspects of the Aiel back into back into the lore for Rand as well. Because it's like, well, who are Rand's parents? Why did Rand do this? Why? And it's like, oh wait, Rand is literally born from master not archers, but master, fighters. Like, they fight. That's what they do. And he is literally a firstborn son of that line. Like, of course he got the sauce. And he's the Dragon Reborn. Like, bro has the absolute sauce. And now he's about to be the leader of the Aiels. Like, brother, this shit is amazing. And then also that leaves us with being able to go full blown, into Matt lore not next week, but in the next episode where we start part 2 and keep it crackling. You know what I'm saying, chat? I think you know what I'm saying, chat, because I mean, the reading has been fantastic. So, with all that being said, I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in with me tonight. Sorry we got to cut a little bit short. Hopefully we see you guys tomorrow or the day after or whatever when I do part 2. I am going to be going live later on today. Well, a lot later on today, like tonight at 11. At 11 for Invincible. So anybody that watches Invincible, make sure you guys tune in. We'll be here for that at 11 p.m. And man, yeah, I appreciate you guys. It's been another good day, another good book club. This is going to be a part 1, and then we'll have part 2 continue probably tomorrow at the same time, same place, if I don't have anything else lined up for the same time, same place. So you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the wishes to have a good time. I'm definitely going to enjoy the dance with my baby girl. And yeah, I'm going to have a good time with my daughter for sure. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And I will see you guys all on the next one. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Sleep well and wake.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan.
Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties.
We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you later next week.
Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update.